to Live with Naturally Vincy. We're here on day 6 of the 10 and 10 challenge, and we're here with
Mama J.
yes. So we're live today. We're going to be discussing the topic of should brand name bags and shoes be banned in schools. This is a topic Mama J is very passionate about. She wanted to talk about it. We just released a video on it, and she wanted to give her opinion on it. But if you're just tuning in, comment down below where you're tuning in from. We want to hear from you guys. Make sure you're also following Naturally Vincy. We're on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of the different social medias. So make sure you follow us, like this video, share, tag people, let them know that Naturally Vincy is live. We're on day 10 and we're currently day 6, not day 10. We're currently on day 6 of the 10 and 10 challenge. They hit 10,000 followers on Facebook, and we're currently at 9,200 and I think 60, somewhere around there. So continue to share, continue to like, and let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to hear from you guys. But while we wait for people to join, Mama J, we want to know what your opinion on the topic of should brand names and brand name bags and shoes, to be specific, should be banned in school. So we want to know your opinion on should brand name bags or shoes be banned in schools?
Yes, this is my opinion. And most of the times, if these things keep me up at night, I know that I'm right. So growing up in St. Vincent, we didn't have all of these. And most of the times, if these things keep me up at night,
go ahead, Mom.
We didn't have all of these stuff going on in school. We didn't know anything about bullying. And for me, I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of parents have to, I would say, give in to their children because they see that maybe this person can afford it. They would give their kids the brands, like the whatever brand they have. Like some kids want Jordan, they want
Nike, Adidas,
Nike, Adidas, the bags. It have a
John Sport.
No, not John Sport. They want what's the one? North Face.
North Face. Wow.
Yes, North Face. Not North Face. Yeah, and they have a bag in that they sell at the old airport in Kingston. A brand. I think it's Land, its name or something like that. They sell Levi's and all these brands. Mm-hmm. They're expensive. And for a single mother or for even a working mother, it's hard. And when your kid or kids come home that okay, they want this, they want this, or they want that, and you can't give it to them, they're gonna go somewhere else to get it. Somewhere else, I mean, they might turn to the drugsman or the gunman or somebody because they want money to buy it. The kids doesn't want a Samsung phone; they want iPhone and the latest. I know of people who is overseas. They would maybe send it's a brand name, but it's not as popular in St. Vincent as in North America. Under Armour.
Oh, Under Armour, yeah.
Yes, and it's a good brand. They send that home for their kid, for their family, and they refuse to wear it. So if you are under pressure to buy a $600 shoes for this child, and one of the Clarks, they want Clarks. These things are not cheap. much less to people in St. Vincent who have to fork out that money in order to buy them for their kid, for their children.
So, are you more concerned in the aspect of the parents kind of overstretching themselves, or are you more concerned in the aspect of the bullying in schools?
Well, they go hand in hand because once the parents is overstressing their overstress stretch over
Oh, stretching themselves.
stretching themselves or overstretching their hand, it's like they're putting pressure on the parents. A lot of them can't afford it. A lot of them can't afford it. But they're trying in order so that the kid would be happy. They wouldn't they wouldn't stand off. So the
So they wouldn't stand out from the rest of the peers.
yes, yes.
Hmm.
So it's I think it should be banned in school. If you want to wear brand name, you can wear it to your social event or wear it wherever. Because school is it's an institution where a lot of people meet.
Hmm.
So you would be looking at that one have that, that one have that. But the pressure again is on the parents. And some parents they can't say no because they doesn't want their child to feel inferior to the others.
But just to play devil's advocate here, you said that the concern is either the parents overstretching themselves or the bullying that takes place in school. But those things can happen outside of the institution of the school because if they can't wear it in school and you're saying for them to wear it to other social functions, that would mean the parents would still have to buy it. Not have to, but they might still feel the pressure to buy it, and the bullying can take place outside of school. So how does that resolve the issue?
Well, I don't think the bullying or the overstretching is so much. It's like when the kids are going back to school soon, parents start looking for their kids attire already to go back to school, and to for them to get, say, if a bag costs say $600 for one book bag, we used to use a string. I'm not saying to go back there. I'm not saying to go back there. We used to use grape bush and tie a piece of banana string on it. And that was our shoes. I'm not saying to go back there. I'm saying get a good shoes for your child, a good book bag for them, so that it will last for a while. But when you're going for that name, that brand name, it's it's ridiculous.
Okay. So because I had the experience where I didn't necessarily get like all brand name stuff, but I did have like maybe one or two brand name things. Like I might have had a JanSport bag, which is very popular up in Canada, but I didn't have that many other stuff. But the bullying kind of still took place regardless of what brand you had. So um, how do you think that schools would be able to implement something of the sorts? Would it be through doing uniforms or you're not admitted entry? If you come to school with those brand names, like what would that look like? The
No, well, the
implementation.
thing is, you're gonna put it out, like the school system, like the government, like the Ministry of Education. They're gonna put it out that no brands allowed in the school.
Hmm.
And if it's in the school, the parents will have to bear the consequence
But what's the
of,
consequence?
well, they will have to give the consequence. I don't know what consequence. Maybe I sent home from school or something like that. But I don't know. But all I know, I think that it should be banned in school.
Okay.
And I'm sticking strong to it. I'm sticking strong to it.
So I'm just going to read out a couple of comments here. For those that are just joining, we're discussing the topic of whether or not brand names should be banned in the school. Brand name shoes and bags to be specific. So if you're tuning in, we'd love to hear your opinion. Just comment down below. Also, let us know where you're tuning in from, and make sure you like and share this live stream. Let people know that we are currently live. Lynette said, "Good evening, Mom and Angelique. How was you guys' weekend?"
which was super great.
Yep, we got to go to the Vincy picnic. We had a time, as you can see in the video that we posted today. Mama J was dancing up a storm, and
So
that's why she
Lynette,
couldn't wake up.
so Lynette, you need to go back to the to look at the video from this morning that was posted about the picnic.
Yes, we posted some highlights, and we'll continue to post over the next couple of days some of the stuff that we captured from the weekend. Pamela also said schools should have a set uniform. I don't think children should wear brand names to school. Pamela, we'd love to hear more from you. Give us a little bit more. Why do you think that? And yeah, just give us your opinion on that topic. And Lynette said, "Oh wow, it's so sad."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
sad about what? The school kids?
I think so. Yeah. But
Okay.
so my thing is, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm coming from the point of view from, I guess, the younger generation, but I feel like having brand names is a way that people, or like their fashion sense is their way to express themselves. And I understand that you don't want people to overstretch themselves or spend what they don't have, and to stop bullying. But I think those things are inevitable, because even if they don't buy it for them for school, they will buy it for them for like elsewhere, right? And on top of that too, like I think banning it from all schools may not be the right way to go about it. I know up here in Canada, some of the stuff that they do, there's certain schools that have uniform school, and then there's certain schools that are like you can wear whatever you want. I personally went to a uniform school up until high school, and like it was fine. The uniforms are expensive, which in itself might as well I got a brand name out of it. I could have wore it somewhere else, right? But like I do think that there should be like some type of balance, because one of the things I personally don't like is when it's like government mandated. I think it should be up to the individual schools, and depending on the schools and what type of issues they may be facing, because in one area there might be that stuff might be more prevalent versus other areas, and I think that people should be like it should be more on a case by case basis.
Yeah, and again, if you're accustomed to give your child, say it's a girl child,
Mm-hmm.
or you're not accustomed to give this girl a brand name, she's gonna grow up. Say, yeah, you're accustomed to give that child a brand name. She's gonna go up and want, say, when she get to be 15, 16, 17. And that's when we see a lot of trouble with the young people, troubling young people, because they're going to go out and look for it somewhere else. And then when they cannot get it there, they might have boyfriends or whatever, they're looking for brand names from them. They might not be able to give it to them. And they are forced to go and maybe either steal or maybe drugs or something illegal.
But then again, it comes back to the point. Just banning it from school may not be the solution, because regardless, they're still going to look for it outside of the school function or outside of the school asset. So how would that resolve it? Because you're saying that they might resort to crime in order to get it, but it's not just for school.
Well, the thing is, you have to start with the little ones. I think starting with the little, like the little ones, okay, this, because some of the issue, it's not like an overnight fix. It's like a long term. You're not gonna see results like very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start with the little ones, okay, this is what's gonna happen. You're not gonna get this. You can't do this in school. You can't do that in school, or you can't wear that in school. So once you start there, as they grow older, they know that it's not allowed. And then the parents, when they grow older as teenagers, they're not gonna want to look for the brand name, because they can't get it. and they're not accustomed to have it.
I think that's a false equivalent. I'm just gonna read off a couple comments and then I will kind of rebuttal that. But Lynette said, "Okay, thanks, Mom. I will. I don't think that should not be a problem. Sorry, I don't think that should not be a problem in school. It is up to you. Here we're living. The kids wear casual clothes." So my thing is, like, in terms of your argument, I don't think necessarily by banning it as a child, it's going to prevent them from wanting it as an adult. Like, the way that I think about it, sometimes I know for me personally as a child, the more you told me no to something is the more that I wanted it, right? It's more, I find that the opposite kind of works. The more that you're exposed to it, the more you're like, okay, yeah, I'm tired of this, right? So whenever you tell kids not to do something, naturally the inclination is they want to do it even more because there's a curiosity behind it. So I feel like if you ban it from when they're younger and they're aware that there's something out there, or they see the older kids wearing it, as they get older, their aspiration is going to be to get those brand name things because they weren't allowed to have it when they're younger.
You have a point, but I would stick to mine.
Okay, so we're at an impasse. We'd love to hear you guys' opinion. Comment down below. We will be ending the live stream in about 4 minutes, so just let us know if you're just tuning in. Make sure you like this live stream, share the live stream, let people know that we are currently live. We're on the road to try to hit 10,000 followers on Facebook. So help us get there by spreading the word that naturally Vincy is in town and we're here to stay. Let people know that we're here discussing a lot of Vincentian topics, highlighting the culture and talking about the hard stuff as well. But we'd love to hear your opinion on whether or not brand name items, bags, and shoes should be banned in school. Mom feels like they should be. I feel like they should not, and there should be. People should be able to have the discernment for their own circumstance and situation, and not, adults need to be adults and know you can't be pressured by your own child, in my personal opinion.
I was pressured by you.
Well, sorry, but I'm very convincing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very.
So
very
I know what I'm talking about when when your child asks for something and you can't give it to them.
But I also didn't ask you for everything that I wanted. I was still very considerate. There was certain specific items that I wanted, but there was a lot more that I wanted that I didn't bother to ask for.
Your Christmas list was like this long.
It's a Christmas list. You're supposed to put everything you want. That's what we were taught. Put everything you want, and whatever you get, that's what you get.
Who teach you that?
Hmm?
Who teach you that you have to put?
That's the culture. Even on in the shows and stuff, you write all your list to Santa Claus, and Santa Claus is gonna bring it for you. So I write down my list, every big thing that I could think of that I know I can't get on a regular day. I'm gonna put that on the list because Santa Claus is gonna do his thing. You know what I'm saying? So how am I supposed to know that Santa Claus wasn't real?
But you know early that Santa Claus wasn't
I didn't know
real.
not a thing. Yeah. I didn't know not a thing.
Angelique, you know very early that Santa Claus wasn't real.
How did I know?
So,
how did I know?
You told me that you know that Santa Claus wasn't real.
What age was this?
What age? Maybe about 5.
Well, guys, I asked. The Bible says to ask and you shall receive. So I asked, I put it out there, and whether or not I got it, I didn't get everything on my Christmas list. I asked.
But you get most.
I got most of it. Yes.
You get most of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's. I don't know, but that's my strong feeling about the brands.
So Junior says we need back batter. I don't understand that one. Can you let us know again what that one? Junior, we need back batter.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, can you repeat that one? Lynette said, I don't think they should ban them. It's the parents' choice. I agree. I think the parents need to.
But the thing is, the parents want to give their children. We all want give our children the best. And even though we try to give them the best, sometimes that's not enough for them. They see this person have this brand, they want that brand too. This person might have what's the latest phone? iPhone. What's the latest one?
I don't get iPhones. Yeah, I have a Pixel. This is a Pixel 9, I think. I'm gonna get an iPhone after this, but I'm not a fan. But I
yeah, but that's what they're asking for. So when they come to you and ask, and and you can't give it to them, it's something else. And then you, as a parent, you feel scared that if you cannot give it to them, they're gonna go somewhere else to get it. They would get themselves in trouble.
But I think also, to a point though, there's a lot of things that children ask for that may not be the best thing for them, and you still say no regardless. Like, I understand the feeling of wanting to um make your child happy, but there's certain things that they ask for that would maybe it might make them happy, but you know that it's not the best thing for them. An example, for me as a child growing up, I always wanted to go to sleepovers, right? I always wanted to go to sleepovers. Every time I would ask mom, it's an absolute no. Like, I'm not allowed to do that, right? And for her, it's a safety issue. And it made me sad at the moment, but it's the best thing for me to do. And maybe that should be a topic that we should have, but should children have sleepovers and stuff like that, right?
Well, the thing is, back in St. Vincent, when I was growing up, there was, we could go to maybe our grandma house to sleep, or aunts, or maybe a family in the neighborhood to sleep. But maybe because your parent maybe went to church or went somewhere and they didn't come back on time and you are sleeping and they doesn't want to wake you up. So it's not like it was okay, I'm going to sleep over, I'm going to sleep over. No, we didn't know anything about that.
But you still didn't let me go to one, and that would have made me happy.
Well, it would have made you happy, and then I would have been up all night thinking what can happen.
But that proves the point that as a parent, you're able to say no, even if in the moment it's going to make the child unhappy. Which brings me back to the point of parents should be able to say no to their children if they're not able to fulfill that, like financially, if they don't have the means to get that item for the child, they should be able to say no and be okay with the child being disappointed. Because
yeah, and then society looks at you differently because you cannot give the child that what you want. Like for instance, like Carnival just went by, and people, mothers, they need some enjoyment too, not just about the kids or whatever. You can see all kind of comment, oh, they went to Carnival, they spend all their money, and they doesn't have the money to buy the kids the school supply. So it's like Carnival, school reopening. So you in turn, to show people, oh, I still have money that I can spend to buy my kids this and that and the other, but the parents are under pressure.
Hmm. So just to read out a couple more comments here, Anne Marie said, "Hello, everyone." Hello, Anne.
Hi,
Thanks for
Anne-Marie.
joining us today. Pamela said, "Time has changed. When I was in school, we had school uniforms: church clothes, home clothes, town clothes."
Yeah, yeah. I still have that. I still have my work clothes, my mall clothes, my my home clothes, my church clothes,
Your party clothes?
and my dress up clothes.
Party time. Pamela said, "Parents are making a rod for their back."
Yep.
And then Lynette said, "No, I will not have my kids sleep over at some house unless I'm there. Unless I'm not there. Unless I'm not there, sorry." And then, "I always told my kids not to be jealous of anything anyone has because you don't know how they got it. They understood as they got older because they saw an example of what I was saying." That's very true.
Yeah.
Very, very
It's
true.
very true, but sometimes parents nowadays, they're not like parents when we used to when we were growing up. If we ask mommy for something and she doesn't have it to give us, you don't think that she's gonna come out and say she don't have it. The eye that you get, they have certain eyes that they gave you, and when you get that eye, you know what you should know what it means.
Yeah. So I think it just kind of all comes back to the summary is that it's kind of up to the parents, that the parents need to be the ones that are able to put their foot down. That's what I'm getting from the conclusion. Humble Godchild said, "Good evening, blessings." Good evening.
Hi,
Thank you for
good
joining us.
evening.
Thank you for joining. If you guys are just joining for the first time, make sure you like this live stream. Also share, let people know that we are live. We'll be ending very shortly, but we're just discussing the topic of whether or not um, brand name bags and shoes should be banned in school. So right now we're at the point where we think that maybe it might be the parents' responsibility, but Mama J still holding strong to her ideas that it should be completely banned in school. So let us know what your opinion is. But yeah, going back to no kids sleeping over at the house, Mama J was exactly the same. I was not allowed to sleep over at anybody's house until I became an adult. First time I could sleep over at my cousin's house. That was about it. Like cousin, uncle, aunts, those type of things I was able to sleep over at. But besides that, that was not happening.
Is that just your own? We should never ask for to sleep over. I should never sleep over. She would never.
We didn't like leaving the house. She was not the type to like.
But you have to leave the house.
Of course, I love to leave the house. What am I staying here for? Oh, they said that we're breaking up. I wonder if this is the internet. How about now? Is it better? Is it better? Let us know. But humble child said these parents these days are young mothers. They don't know better.
Yeah.
And then Stacy said, "Listen, the way things are happening now, I wear everything anytime. It's just too many people checking out and not enjoying their labor." Yep, I wear anything anytime too.
Yeah. I only have maybe one brand name bag.
I have one brand name bag, but it's not a big brand name.
Yeah. And I bought it from someone. Someone buy it, and it was something, and I bought it from them. But I don't go in the store to buy brand name shoes and brand name. It's like I buy stuff that's good that I can have for a long time. But the brand, I'm not into brands.
I think the only brand name bag I have, and it's not like a big brand, but it's Kate Spade. That's the only brand name bag that I have.
What's the one that I have?
You have Michael Kors.
Okay.
You have a big brand, but Kate Spade is like it's a brand, but it's not like one of the big brands. But I don't know. I didn't grow up with like that many brands. Like even shoes and those type of stuff. Like I didn't have that many brand name shoes. And if it was like a brand, it was one of those like little brands like Baby Fat, I think. Or what's that one by Russell Simmons' daughter?
Maybe.
I no, it's not Baby Fat. Something else. I can't remember. But something along those lines. But I was never really a brands person, and I just knew not to ask because it didn't make sense to. Humble Godchild said, "Hearing now," and then Pamela said that look. When you look at children now, they look back at you.
So true.
Yep.
So true. When you look at them, they look back at you, you know. So
It's just a battle of who's gonna win.
yeah, and then sometimes, like a lot of times, is the influencers, the TV, the social media. They portray themselves as this kind of person on TV, but in real life, it's not like that, and people fall for it.
Yeah. So Misha says, I was very satisfied with mom gave me because I understood I was an unemployed child.
Angelique couldn't understand that.
It's not my fault. Like, I just felt like my mom was her money was an extension of mine. I was spending her bank account because I used to say, "You brought me here. I didn't ask to be here." So
You know what? One time she told me, she said, "Oh, mom, you spend a lot of money on me. When I get rich, when I start working, I'm gonna give you back all your money that you spent on me."
very ambitious.
So far, I haven't seen a cent yet.
You know what? We're working on it. Okay, we're working on it. We're working on it,
She,
guys.
she said, "I'll give you $100,000."
Oh wow, wow. And then a couple years later, I asked her for my child benefit. Yeah, that's how bright I was as a child. Lynette said, "Oh, sorry." Humble Godchild said, "Brand is just a name. That's what it is." It's so true, and a lot of people associate brand names with a certain level of quality, but it's not necessarily true. Like a lot of the same stuff are made in the same factory, so it doesn't. It's not necessarily true.
Yeah,
Some of them might have a bit of a better quality or better stitch to it, but for the most part, a lot of them are just made in the same
but
factory.
then you're paying a lot of money
You're just paying for the name.
for the name.
For the name, yeah. Lynette said, "I don't buy brand name things. The least is $60." Yeah, we're not really brand name people.
But we are here in North America. We are talking about the people in St. Vincent. And St. Vincent, they are big on brands. They are big, big,
But
big
it's
on
not
brands.
it's not just Saint Vincent. I've noticed it's a big culture, like in Caribbean culture as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Like even in like Jamaica or other islands,
Yeah,
they
well,
have the
I
same
know
thing.
that the Philippines, the Filipino or whatever you call them, they are big on brands too.
Yeah.
But brand name, they love a lot of brand names. But I tell you, in St. Vincent, they want to live like the Americans,
Yeah.
which I think because if somebody's taking home, say $4,000 a month, say like a teacher or somebody like that, not even
4,000
for
EC?
no, not even 4,000, maybe three something. I'm not too sure. I don't know.
Are you talking
Yeah,
Canadian or EC?
easy.
Okay.
And then you go to buy a cornflakes. It's so expensive. So where do you get that money from in order to put it away so you can buy that $600 North Face bags? In Canada, you hardly see anybody with those brands like North Face bags, and because one time I went to check it out and it was pricey, very very pricey.
Yep.
Yeah. So the Michael Jordan shoes, it's expensive. I went with my stepson sometime to look for Clark shoes. Very expensive.
Yep. Yep. Stacy said, meaning it, I don't put up anything anymore. If I get and feel the like dressing up, I do so. No more church clothes, etc. I had to wear what was given to me. I didn't have a choice.
When Stacey's talking about now or before?
She's talking about now.
Oh, okay.
Humble Godchild said, "You sound like my son. He will tell me the same thing. I brought him here. He didn't ask to be here." Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm your responsibility.
So when a child said that to you, how you as a parent feel?
I don't know. I'm not a parent. I don't know.
Well,
Um,
well, they make you feel guilty. They make you feel guilty.
Tell them that you'll take them out then.
Yeah.
That's what mom used to tell me. But I'm still here. I survived.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor.
What
Um,
what what I used to tell you?
she used to tell me if I called the police, she would definitely give them a reason to take her away. And she put the fear in me. I never called the police because I said, wow, we're going to die. Humble Godchild said for the name. And then last comment here, Pamela said, what was sleepover in SVG? Never someone asked me for some shoes. When I took it, he stated it was, sorry, he said, someone asked me for some shoes. When I took it, he stated it was not Clark's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I took a shoes from my nephew. It wasn't Clark's. It wasn't Michael Kors. As I said, well, I was talking. It was
Jordan.
Under Armour.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't wear it. He didn't even say thank you. He didn't wear it. It was his father who wore it. So,
And you see, that could have went to me. You see, a lot of times too, she's making this. People are making sacrifice to send stuff down,
yep.
and it might like that stuff that could be going to their
Yes.
children too. So there
And
should be a form of
a lot of sacrifice too that we put in
yeah.
in order to get something good to them. But
Because as you hear, Mama J was, there was certain stuff I would not ask for as a child because I just kind of knew what our situation was and whatnot. There's obviously during Christmas, I would just kind of ask and see if I would get it. But for the most part, like I would try not to ask because I seen how hard my mom would work, but she would still try her best to get me what I asked for when I did ask. But she would also make sure that she sent back home. So it's like, if I can't keep up with the Joneses up here, you can't keep up with the Joneses down there. So that's the rule of thumb. You take it or you leave it. I'll take it. I will, but if it's men's, I can't wear it anyways. Humble Godchild said, I feel bad, Mama J. I will say you should be happy to be here.
yep.
And then Stacy said, wow. And I just want to give a shout out to Mama J. I'm going to end the live stream right now, but I just want to give a shout out to Mama J. I know we're talking about the different brand names and stuff, but as a child, I feel like my mom did try a lot to give me a lot of the things that I did ask for. I tried my best not to ask for too much, but a lot of times when I would ask for like big things, she's lying. I tried my best. There's a lot of things I could have asked for. I promise you, I was being very modest. Mom.
If you want more stuff than what you get, you were definitely greedy.
No, I wanted the brand name clothes too. I wanted to fit in with people, but I just didn't bother to ask because I know it was expensive and stuff.
When Christmas, she want PlayStation, she want phone, she want.
Those are all different years. Don't make it seem like it was 1 year.
Angelique, I'm sorry I didn't take. Well,
it wasn't all in the same year.
She didn't have cameras.
There was cameras because there's childhood pictures. You guys had cameras.
Yeah, but like to take a picture of your list.
First of all, let me just tell you guys. I asked for a couple of big items during Christmas time, and that was majority of the time that I asked. I also asked, I remember I asked her, I wanted to learn how to play baseball, so she made it happen. She paid for that. I also asked her for a piano, and she made that happen. But she did make me have to be good for like 2 weeks. She said that if you're not good, you're not going to get a piano. So I had to be on my best behavior, and I made sure I did that. I was an angel for that 2 weeks. I don't know about the rest of it. But she made it happen. And a part of it was an investment into my future because now I play multiple instruments and stuff. So it wasn't for waste, right? But at the same point, I didn't ask for the brand name stuff. I asked for technology. Yes, I didn't ask for brand names. And I rest my case.
Okay.
What you got to say?
I don't say anything.
See, I'm trying to give her a shout out, trying to say thank you for the sacrifice that she made, and then she's trying to throw me under the bus, guys. I'm here like, yeah, I'm going to give a shout out, and she's like, don't know.
Well, thank you, Angelique. I wish that you didn't know that when you were like younger, that I was making a lot of sacrifice.
I knew to a little extent, not that much. But, as children, you're very ignorant. There's a lot of things that you say, There's a lot of things you would say, like, when you get older, you'll understand. I'm like, this lady don't know what she's talking about. She's just talking fart. And then I got older, and I'm like, yeah, I understand now. I get it. My frontal cortex finally kicked in. So, yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
I think they think that we talk too much, or we just talk because we can talk, or we talk because we want to control them or something. But a lot of times, maybe 99.9%, we know what we are talking about.
I think that's a little bit too generous on your side. We can say 80%.
I wouldn't say 80, I would say 99.9%.
I would say 80% because there's some things that you guys are incorrect about.
Because sometimes we were there. We were there. And we don't want you guys to go there. Like, I think I remember one time I was telling Risha something that I don't want her to do this because blah blah blah. I think it's when she started dating. She said, "Well, I want to experience it for myself too." I said, "Well, okay, you're just gonna
Mind
experience."
you, Mama J had a rule that you're not allowed to have a boyfriend until you go to university. That's all I'm gonna say. And now look, I'm older than university and still no boyfriend. No boyfriend. Turn your phone off. Stacy said, "Oh, Mama J has a generous heart and looks out for everyone."
Yep.
And Humble Godchild said, "When you have your own child, you will understand."
Yep.
I have adopted children.
Yeah, she for sure they would understand what we were saying. Yeah. So I was right.
80% of the time. You were wrong about some stuff, especially when you told me to go look for stuff and you said it was in a certain space. And then you told me that if I don't come back with the item, yeah, I remember that too. There was a time she told me, sent me to go find something, and she sent me 3 times. And she said, if I go down there and find it, you know what that means. I'm not going to finish the sentence. So I went down one more time, fretting, trying to look. I'm turning up everything. And I come back defeated, just accepting that I'm going to get some consequence. You can change the word of consequence. And then Mama J went down and she said, oh, it's not there. So parents are not right 100% of the time.
I didn't say 100. I said 99.
No, 99 is way too generous. 80% I give you. But anyways, we're going to be ending this live stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, probably around this time again, because I have somewhere to go again tomorrow. But thank you for joining us. Make sure you like this live stream. Make sure you continue to comment. Keep the conversation going. And thank you once again for being a part of our Naturally Vincy family. We love you all. And we hope that you have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you're not already, make sure that you follow Naturally Vincy.
So make sure that you go and watch, if you haven't watched the videos, make sure that, because some of them, they're really, really, interested. I want to go back to that one with the history. Did you post it yet?
Yeah, a long time, yeah.
The history of St. Vincent.
Well, I didn't post anything about the actual answers, but I think a lot of people were afraid to answer the questions because a lot of people were correcting me before, and then when the history quiz came out, it was silence. I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit too hard, but yeah, that nobody was answering that one. So we might have to just do a video. We might have to do a video just with the answers and the actual history of St. Vincent. I was telling Mom about it too. I was telling her some of the answers that I learned and those type of stuff. So it's very interesting to me, actually.
Yeah. I really, like, I was taken aback because, like, some of the stuff that she asked, I don't know. They didn't teach us that in school. I don't know where that came from. So, and it's good to know where you're coming from, because I think that one, let's leave that for a different time.
Okay, so we're going to end this live stream. Thank you guys for joining us. and have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow for day 7 in the 10 and 10 challenge. And once again, thank you for being a part of the Naturally Vincy family. We love you guys.
Love you. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.